Good morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of To The Point. Today's topic of discussion is war crimes. First of all, let's see why is it in the news. The Israel-Palestine conflict is entangled within an integrated international framework of justice that has evolved since World War II, particularly concerning allegations of war crimes. Now let's discuss what are war crimes. War crimes are defined as serious violations of humanitarian laws during a conflict. The definition established by the Rome Statute of the ICC is derived from the 1949 Geneva Conventions. The Geneva Conventions and their additional protocols are international treaties that contain the most important rules limiting the barbarity of war. They protect people who do not take part in the fighting, civilians, medics, aid workers. The first Geneva Convention protects wounded and sick soldiers on land during war. The second Geneva Convention protects wounded, sick and shipwrecked military personnel at sea during war. The third Geneva Convention applies to prisoners of war. The fourth Geneva Convention affords protection to civilians, including in occupied territory. India is party to the Geneva Convention. Now moving on to criteria for war crimes. New York-based Human Rights Watch cited as possible war crimes the deliberate targeting of civilians, indiscriminate rocket attacks, and the taking of civilians as hostages. The taking of hostages, murder and torture are explicitly banned under the Geneva Conventions. It is illegal to target objectives that are expected to cause incidental loss of civilian life, injury to civilians, and damage to civilian objectives. Proportionality prohibits armies from responding to an attack with excessive violence. It requires parties to a conflict to avoid or minimize the harm done to the civilian population. Now let's understand what is the role of the ICC, that is International Criminal Court. The International Criminal Court is the world's permanent war crimes tribunals opened in The Hague in 2002. It has jurisdiction over war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide in its 123 member states or committed by its nationals. Many of the world's major powers are not members, including China, the United States, Russia, India, and Egypt. The ICC recognizes Palestine as a member state, while Israel rejects the court's jurisdiction and does not formally engage with it. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements with reference to the war crimes. 1. The Geneva Conventions and their additional protocols are international treaties that contain the most important rules limiting the barbarity of war. 2. The ICC is the world's permanent war crimes tribunals opened in The Hague in 2002. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Dear viewers, watch this topic in Hindi on our Drishti IAS Hindi YouTube channel.